Nokia. For much of the late 1990s and early 2000s, Nokia was the world's largest mobile phone company. Its phones were known for being durable, reliable, and easy to use. Millions of people trusted the brand, and in many countries, owning a Nokia phone was almost a given. The company built its success on simple mobile devices with long battery life and strong hardware. Nokia's biggest mistake was underestimating the shift to touchscreen smartphones. In 2007, Apple introduced the iPhone with a large touch display and an easy-to-use operating system. A year later, Google launched Android, allowing companies like Samsung, HTC, and later many Chinese manufacturers to build powerful smartphones. Nokia continued relying on its aging Symbian operating system, which developers found difficult to build apps for. While Apple created the App Store and Google expanded the Play Store, Nokia's software fell behind. Customers no longer chose phones only for battery life and durability. They wanted apps, internet browsing, and a smooth touchscreen experience. By 2011, Nokia partnered with Microsoft and switched to Windows Phone, but the decision came too late. Samsung and Apple had already become the market leaders, and Nokia's smartphone business was sold to Microsoft in 2014. BlackBerry. BlackBerry changed the way professionals communicated. Its phones offered secure email, physical keyboards, and messaging features that made them the favorite choice of business leaders, government officials, and companies around the world. At one point, carrying a BlackBerry was a symbol of productivity and success. The company believed that business users would continue to value keyboards and secure messaging above everything else. However, consumers increasingly wanted larger touchscreens, powerful apps, and multimedia features. Apple and Android manufacturers embraced those trends while BlackBerry was slow to respond. By the time it introduced competitive touchscreen devices, customers had already moved on, and its share of the smartphone market had almost disappeared. Blockbuster. Before online streaming, Blockbuster was the king of movie rentals. Families would visit its stores every weekend to browse shelves filled with DVDs and VHS tapes, choosing movies to watch at home. At its peak, the company operated thousands of stores across the world and became a familiar part of everyday life. Blockbuster's decline began when consumer habits changed. In the late 1990s, Netflix introduced a DVD by mail subscription that eliminated late fees. Instead of driving to a rental store, customers simply received movies at home and mailed them back when finished. The real turning point came with streaming. Netflix invested heavily in online streaming, allowing people to watch movies instantly without waiting for DVDs. Blockbuster continued relying on its thousands of physical stores, which had expensive rent and employees to pay. It also earned a significant amount of money from late fees, making it reluctant to change its business model. While Netflix embraced streaming, companies like Hulu and later Disney Plus, Amazon Prime Video, and Max expanded the market even further. Blockbuster eventually filed for bankruptcy in 2010. Kodak. Kodak was once almost synonymous with photography. For generations, people relied on Kodak film to capture birthdays, holidays, weddings, and family memories. The company's products became deeply connected to everyday life, making Kodak one of the most recognizable brands in the world. Ironically, Kodak helped invent the digital camera in the 1970s. Even so, the company worried that digital photography would hurt its profitable film business. Instead of leading the digital revolution, it moved cautiously while competitors invested heavily in digital cameras and later smartphones with high-quality cameras. As film sales collapsed, Kodak struggled to reinvent itself. Although the company still exists today in a much smaller form, it never regained the influence it once had. These companies were not destroyed because they lacked talent, resources, or famous brands. They struggled because markets changed faster than they were willing or able to change. Their stories remain powerful reminders that in business, today's leader can quickly become tomorrow's lesson if innovation slows while the world keeps moving forward.